people around the world, all over on the world map, tuned in right now. My name is Rob Mullins, here to wish you guys happy holidays. And the host of the show has just joined us. Say hello to Henry Archuleta.
You know, we talked about it earlier. We sit here and talk and shoot the breeze and talk about a lot of different things that you've been doing and things that go on and have some good jokes and stuff. And so this has been ongoing since the first time you came here. We had some good times talking about all the different things you do and what you've done.
Right.
And it's been really, just the things, even the piano store. They've done all these different things to get you in there and do these really good concerts. As you can see behind us, Rob's going to be in town doing a special Christmas, after Christmas holiday show.
Yeah, it's right in between. Am I in this mic or this mic? This one. It's going to be right in between Christmas and New Year's. So it's on 28th, next Sunday, at the new recital hall, which has actually been remodeled into a lovely concert hall since we last did anything, at Classic Pianos, 1332 South Broadway. And we have 4 tickets to give away for that show, so we're excited about that. I'm excited to be back here in lovely Northglenn, because it's kind of like, you have the broadcast thing where you're going all around the world, and recording studios and TV studios and a lot of radio stations. You'll be driving down the road, you get to the middle of nowhere, and you're like, okay, man, there's an empanada place. Oh, yeah, no, across the street is a drive-through liquor store. We're getting close. Getting close to the studio, and then it's like...
That's what you were talking about.
And then there's a little sign. Well, a lot of the studios are like that, too. There's a little sign that says, Senor, go to the second floor to the door number J. Now, why is it door J? Is that J for Jefe?
Yes.
That's what I figured. Well,
the Jefe is inside there. Open the door and there he is.
Good to see you, man. How have you been?
Oh, without.
Been without, okay.
Well, not necessarily.
No, alrighty.
We can go that route. The J stands for, everybody comes up with things. You came up with Jefe. I've heard that one too.
Yeah.
For, do you get your joints in here? Is this a medicinal place? And all these different things, because they call it
music
KUHS.
is definitely medicinal.
Yeah, because you were going to talk about renaming it KUHS, right?
Well, no, you just type in KUHS as your location to tag an Instagram post, and it changes it to KUHS. And, for people that are under 18 or outside Colorado, you'll just have to do your own Googling about that.
And just like, as you say, you go to all these variables of different radio stations and TV stations.
Oh, it's fun.
And all the variables of the personalities that are in there with you.
Right.
It's a blast,
Yeah.
So we've always had a blast, Rob, because we go back, way back.
Well, I think I started coming here about 5 years ago when you're in the old studio.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I like this one better because, that one always made me threatened by all the medical stuff, because they were like, hey, wait a minute, you want to get an x-ray for your dental work here? And I'm like, no, where's
No,
Henry's
they took it to
studio?
the psychiatrist place.
And then they had the shrink next door.
Yes, and they said, Rob.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, jazz musician definitely needs mental health. Do you want analysis for it before or after the TV show?
It's after the Dazzle show. It's like, wow, that was so good. You're like all lit. You know how we see every time you do that, you get lit with just the happiness that place brings you.
Well, I've been sober for a lot of years, so it's a fun thing to be lit with just the excitement of the season,
the ambiance of the room.
The rooms. I get to play at really good rooms all the time. I actually just got back from 2 live appearances in Vegas in the past couple of months. And I did a big show with Hubert Laws and George Benson in Phoenix on November the 7th at the Musical Instrument Museum, which is an amazing place to go. So it's pretty exciting. I had a good year. Things are going really good. I'm in the holiday spirit. I'm sitting here with you, and I always like this part, hanging with the Henry.
The Henry.
The J for the Jefe.
For the Jefe. Hey, what's up,
Jefe? Hey.
Orale, man.
Hey, you.
I found out something because of the times and everything's, groceries are high, everything's really high.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not buying Christmas presents for everybody this year. I'm just buying tamales.
Yeah, tamales is the way, because I was telling a friend of mine about that yesterday, and we would play these. Back in the 80s and the early 90s, we would go on these incredible tours, but it would be to Stockton, Bakersfield, Modesto, you know, Fresno. Whoa, Fresno, what do they have? They actually have restrooms at the venue. Wow, amazing. And we were with this guy named Mondo, who was a great conga player, and he had that whole Central Valley thing wearing.
Yeah, yeah.
And so Greg, the sax guy, would call him up, hey, Mondo, are you going to meet us in Modesto? And he's like, yeah, man, I'll have the tamales. I'll have the, you know.
So the reason I'm talking about the tamales is
Yeah.
I'm only giving out tamales, so everybody has something to unwrap.
That's right. Well, he would put them on. His tamales were all inside. He had like one of the classic Mexican cars. You know better than me. But he says, yeah, the food's in under here. He would lift the hood of the car, and he kept all the food on the
Engine part.
on the engine to keep it warm.
I suppose you had a tamale.
I love tamales, and they are not that easy to get. Like
No,
really
they're
good
so
ones.
and they're expensive now.
Now they're a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's something. Well, I mean, I gotta tell you, I was picked up. Did I tell you how ICE was up the street here at 7-Eleven?
Yeah, they stopped me.
Oh no! It's $2.50 if you make a mixed drinks. The ice.
Oh, ice, yeah.
I got
No.
you on that one, didn't I?
No, ice always. Ice always.
You got all serious. I said ice. You go, huh?
Ice always stops me, and they're like, "What are you doing here in this neighborhood?" And I said, "This is where the radio station is. That is where. If you're looking for Henry, man, I'll just get him to come down here. He's got tamales. You're gonna be fine."
And you like the hot ones or just the?
No, I'm more of like a pork tamale and
Pork.
then the green chili sauce on the side.
And that's good.
I'm not really. They make a lot of specialty ones. Like I don't like the all cheese ones that much.
Me either. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't like the beef ones.
Mainly
know,
pork.
Yeah,
Good
pork is
pulled pork and it's real
pulled
nice.
pork and the stuff in there, and then you get that nice green sauce to put on there. And now I'm getting hungry, man. I'm gonna want to go to Las Delicias or something. But I actually have a studio session after this day, so.
And you're gonna make it on time because they're worried about you making it on time.
Yeah, I told them I had, I had a meeting with KUHS, and then I had an interview with ICE because if I get ICE to take our little posters around,
You're in business.
you know, right? That
That's a
would
good
be
idea,
that'd
you
be how I would want my tax dollars at work. Is like give the ICE guys a big stack of the Rob and
Posters.
Bob show flyers. Hey man,
Hand
just
them
pass
out.
these around, you know.
While you're out there.
Get people to come down to the thing. So yeah, it's been a good year, man. Your year was obviously great. I see you all the time doing lots of stuff.
There's been a lot of things going on, in and around the neighborhoods, and so of course we go out and try to cover everything, but sometimes we can't hit it all.
Right.
Paul Chavez went down to New Mexico, covered Tower of Power down there.
Wow.
And so there's all these different variables of things that we go and do and say, and it's really nice to be able to go through all that kind of stuff.
That's super cool, man.
And so you've got this show coming up now.
Right.
Tell us about some of these interesting musicians that you paired together with.
Well, I mean, the biggest one for this year was Stevie Wonder.
Ooh.
And that's that's kind of my big news because.
So let's go over that whole thing that you said.
Well,
is it a new rendition of "Ribbon in the Sky"?
Yeah, it's a new version of Stevie's classic tune, "Ribbon in the Sky," and one of the great things for me, because if you don't know me or whatever and don't know my story is, I was living in Denver, going to high school and college, and I started making my albums in the '80s in Denver, and then I was mailing them out, and the Metro State University was helping, and KUVO was just getting started, and I sent my albums all over the place. LPs, we were mailing them directly to the NPR stations, and within 6 months, I had a #1 hit album that got a Grammy nomination for my Soulscape album. So at that point, LA started to call and say, hey, we want you to be in LA and make some appearances and this and that, and that's how I met Ronnie Laws and Hubert Laws and all of this great black R&B community. So Ronnie Laws and I and Hubert, I told you I just played with Hubert November 7th. So Ronnie and I have stayed in touch all these years, and he was the first saxophonist to have a platinum album.
Wow, I know, I heard of
Pressure Sensitive, 1975. And I used to listen to that in my dorm room at UNC when I was in college up there. I'm like, man, this is great music.
This will work.
And Ronnie called me back in September and he said, you know, my wife passed away, and I said, yeah, I know that. And he said her favorite song was "Ribbon in the Sky" by Stevie Wonder, and me and Craig T, that's the producer, are working on a version now. And we want you to do the orchestration.
Whoa.
So I said, man, that's good.
He agreed.
And he called to hire me, right? So I said, well, that sounds good. Send it to me, and it was, you know, it was pretty good. And he said, you know, we're trying to get Stevie to play harmonica on this song, but we sent him this, and he didn't say yes. So maybe you could put something on there. And I said, yeah, because I've been doing that for like pretty much my whole life, either a mobile studio or a studio like Colorado Sound where I'm going today, just adding in the parts to bring all the flavors together towards the end. Strings, brass, vibraphone, percussion, whatever. I do all that stuff. And now I have a mobile laptop studio. So I did all my parts. I worked really hard on it. I sent it over to Ronnie. Ronnie called me up. He was crying. Wow. He loved it so much. And he said, man, I'm going to send this version to Stevie Wonder. And if he doesn't want to play on it, man, I don't know what to do. I said, keep me posted. So 2 months go by. And then I see on Facebook the album cover. And it says "Ribbon in the Sky" featuring Ronnie Laws, Howard Hewitt, Deborah Laws, Rob Mullins. And I'm going, man, Stevie Wonder. And I'm thinking,
they agreed.
I didn't even.
He agreed.
He agreed to play on it. So now we're waiting for it to come out. So it was supposed to come out.
Have you heard that, the harmonica?
Yeah, they sent me a version of it. They sent me a rough mix. I think they're still working on the mixes. And then, you know, Stevie was going to do his big toy drive concerts. He announced it last week, and then he canceled it 2 days later at the Fonda Theater because he didn't have enough time to put it together. And then he also was busy announcing his world tour for 2027. But how great is that for me to be that lucky to be on an album with Stevie Wonder? My whole life I wanted to do something with him because I think he's the greatest American songwriter of all time. Of all time. You can't really beat him, you know. And if you don't believe me, go back a couple of years and watch those girls singing WAP at the end of the Grammys, and then listen to a Stevie Wonder album.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
right.
I got to see Stevie Wonder live, and his whole band, they let it kick ass up, and they were just sounded so dynamically good.
Oh yeah.
Then they bring him out, and he lifted him up like 10 notches. And when he comes on and gets busy, it's like a whole different band. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, listen to that.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things why I admire him so much is he was a guy that was a studio role model for me because I knew from his early albums, you know, like Songs in the Key of Life, we had that set up double album. You got 4 sides, player always listening to it, and he would sit down and he would play the drum track. And this was before you had gridded music and computers to help you and Apple and all this stuff. Stevie would sit down and on that tune Superstition, he sat down and played the drum groove with no beat reference, no click track, played it from the first note, boom, cat, all the way to the very end of the tune, no singing, playing, no references. Then he came and did the bass part. Then he put down the clavinet, right? And that was, I think, just in terms of the methodology, that was something that worked for me because I also am a drummer and I play other instruments, and you can't really beat Stevie in any way in terms of the quality of the playing, the writing, the message of the music.
Just his delivery alone.
The delivery of the lyrics, I mean, wow.
So I was telling you, watching him live and watch the band kick ass.
Yeah.
They were kicking butt. Whoa, this band's good. And then he comes on and like, Jesus.
Yeah. He's an amazing one. So that, probably this year, that's my biggest news.
And I kind of shared that out. I shared.
Oh, did you?
It's not only this behind you, I also shared what's coming up. So I shared that out too. I'm proud to have you in here, Rob.
Hey man, that's kind of well, that's a bucket list thing for me because, you know, for so many young musicians like I was back in high school here, it was my big dream to meet Hubert Laws and to work with him and with his brother and a lot of these people out in LA. I mean, I got to hang out with George Duke, who was a hero of mine, and
I
And,
like
you
some
know,
of his music. I play some of his music in our.
George Duke was
Yes.
amazing, and
Because he
then
gets all these different. There's one where he got all these different artists, and God, they sounded good. He just there, just jamming away. Just
well, he's got a producer's way of thinking, and I've really studied
how he
that
does
kind
it.
of thing. So yeah, that's a big deal. And then
Well, you kind of do that too. I've watched you on some of your shows, like you go watch at Dazzle, some of these other shows you do. You kind of garner the musicians that you feel that will make that day, that event, that
very good point.
title.
It's a very good point.
Just like what they're doing behind you.
Right, because they have this, different people have different philosophies about shows, and the main one for recording and for a show that they use in Nashville and in bands like War and stuff is all you have to do is call the right people.
That's right.
And the album will produce itself.
It does.
Itself, because you hire the right people to just be themselves, and then you have this thing. And the other rule that excuse me, that I live by is whatever your arrangements are and your originals and covers, if you have it all in a very well organized book, that really is your calling card. Because I'll go, like in these Vegas runs, I didn't take a band.
Right.
I was playing at Maxon Jazz, and on Saturday night I had one group of guys and a singer, and then on Friday night I had a completely different band and a different singer. But I have really good charts. I have a lot of, recorded everything so people can just listen, put their own thing on it, and we pull it together really quick with maybe a 45-minute run through.
And then
Something
now
like
that you're
that.
saying the Vegas thing, there was a gal named Maida. She was doing a tribute to Amy Winehouse. It's fabulous. I kept telling you, she kept sending me this video. I go, no, you have the wrong people. Get you an A-list player who will bring all your A-list people, just like what you said.
Right.
And it'll all come together.
We call that an MD, a musical director. Yeah.
Then she went, I says, now you got to switch to Selena, do the tribute to Selena, because she's got the documentary come out. And she's sounds so good.
Oh yeah.
They call her to do a thing in Vegas with a residency.
Yeah, man.
But now here's the thing. They told her you can't bring your band. We have your band.
Well,
here for you."
they will provide it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, they got all A-list players that all gel. And she said, "My God, the feeling you get with these people, you feel so comfortable.
It's incredible.
It just creates itself." She says.
Yeah.
And then the husband of Selena shows up, and he was like ready to cry.
Yeah.
You do such a fabulous job. And she goes, "Well, these guys, these players are just off the hook."
Well, it's a lot of different combination of things, and it's.
And you feel great too, Rob. Even you. You're a
Even
great
me.
player. But then, yeah, you're a
Even
great player.
yo.
Yeah, even you, hijo de carnicero.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a thing because you always want to.
It's true. You want your players to be just outstanding with you.
Well, you can get you can get people from the area. Sometimes you fly somebody with you. A lot
Rod
of the-
Stewart. You brought Rod Stewart sax player with you.
Jimmy Roberts. I brought Jimmy. Yeah.
Because they were doing a big thing, and I remember.
He's doing so great, man.
And I was thinking of you. I go, yeah. I remember you brought him to town to do a thing with you over at. I think it was
Over at
Dazzle.
Dazzle.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, man, talking about our memories. This is one of the best ever. Is we were doing a ticket giveaway just like we always do when I come here. And by the way, we have 4 tickets. Henry's going to give away this week for Sunday, December 28th, 4 p.m. show at Classic Pianos Concert Hall, Rob and Bob Holiday Show featuring Amelia Ransom. And that's 4 tickets we're going to give away this year. So this is a funny one though, folks. This was about 2 years ago. I'm always saying, Henry, send me over the names of the guest people because I got to turn them in to the door people. Yeah, I'll get them to you, man. Yeah, I'll get them to you. And I'm like, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. Then finally, on the day of the show, he goes, all right, man, you're never going to believe who won this pair of tickets. And I said, who? And he says, Miss USA from Colorado. And she won the tickets. So you
I
got
remember that was so.
you got to make room for Miss USA. And I was like, oh, and probably her boyfriend, right? And Henry goes, yeah, Mr. Colorado USA. Mr. Purse Holder USA, which is what those guys do. So Anyway, I'm up there on stage, and she barely made it in on time because those pageant girls, they never have one gig. They've got like four gigs, right? And I was gig number 3 of hers. But it was so fun because I brought her right up on stage because the boyfriend, his job is he has to hold the extra pair of shoes. He has to hold her cell phone when she's too busy to be texting someone, and then he has to hold that crown thing.
Yeah.
That they put on, has to have that ready. So I saw her come in, and I waved at her. She comes right up on stage, and here comes the guy running with, boom, they put the crown on, and then I introduce her, and right then the owner of Dazzle was seating 2 people right in front of me, and he turns around and almost knocked me over because he was at the very front, and he doesn't see me, and he looks up and he sees this unbelievably beautiful girl like she's at a beauty pageant. And I leaned over and I said, Donald, we're having a beauty pageant before the music tonight. And he was like, okay.
He's always ready for everything, isn't he?
We always have.
He'll sit next to you and he won't say nothing. I will sit next to him. If you sit next to him, he won't say a word.
It's funny, man. It's funny how that works. So yeah, we're playing on Sunday. That's going to be fun. It was a great year for me. Do you want to hear? So let's do some more music. I got Hark, the Herald Angels sing radio.
Yes, let's play a little bit of
And
music.
this is from my holiday 2022 EP, my version of Hark, the Herald Angels sing. And I'm going to skip forward in a little bit.
Well, we're going to do just a little bit, talk over it just a little bit, because
Yeah.
even though you're in here, even though this is your music, they still try to get me for copyright infringement.
Well, you should be paying me. Instead, I have to come in here and I have to look at really dumb announcements. But I'll do one.
Yes, let's do one. Let's do one.
Hey there, KUHS listeners. If you're thinking about maybe now is a good time to switch to Encore Bank, you're not alone. With a recent significant bank acquisition in Colorado, many businesses are finding themselves reassigned, redirected, or simply unsure of what Henry's going to do next. Now that part's it. Encore Bank is a privately held, locally focused bank known for its concierge-level services for businesses like yours. So reach out to our Colorado team to learn how Encore Bank can support your business goals.
Whoa, I like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this.
You are.
I should make my own AI.
Telephone number, too.
Oh, yeah. Call us at 1-800-NOT-US.
Oh, no, sir.
303 429 0804. All right.
That was
That's
so
our
well done.
PSA. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's our PSA. That's actually not a PSA. That's an actual
it's a
shout.
voiceover.
And that's an actual commercial.
That's an actual commercial, man.
They are one of our sponsors.
Well, what do you think? Like, we haven't talked about this because last time I was here was in February. Now there's all this AI everything. Are you using AI besides your camera crew, or?
Not only the camera, we're also using it for some of the commercials.
Okay.
We're also using it for, we have a thing called RiffPal on all our pages.
Okay.
It's AI driven. It's like an assistant, because I can't keep up with a lot of the things that come through there.
Right.
And it answers for me, as well as puts up posts and stuff like that. Real cool posts like, who was this person? What was the name of this artist in 1972? That
Oh, right.
Just little things that keeps them interested in our pages.
Yeah, for those who are failing in their memory capacities.
That's me.
That would
Now
be
check
Henry.
it out. This is interesting too, though. There's only four or five states are doing this in, and they picked this state, and they picked us as a beta version tester.
Oh, nice.
So that's, and I go, what's RiffPal? And I was like, who's RiffPal? And I was like getting all nervous. I thought, why is RiffPal in here?
Right.
And you have to approve it, and you read it, and I thought, wow, this would be great, and it's been awesome, like you said.
Oh, so they use you to test it in case they know that if it doesn't work out right and
They
it
already screwed
stinks,
me all up.
it's only going to bother your listeners.
That's right.
Not everybody at Westwood One.
That's right.
Well, you're looking good, man. What are your plans for Christmas? What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna be climbing Christmas trees for fun, So.
Ah.
And trying to go under the mistletoe as many times as I can.
Okay, well,
How many girls have you kissed under the mistletoe? Why are you turning red?
Well, it's because I was talking with a friend of mine, a Cuban guy that is an incredible artist. His name is Kiki Valera, and we're working on.
He just launched something to us.
Yeah, and you should play it because
Yes.
it's incredible.
Yeah, just got it.
And I told him to send it to you, but we're working on something for next year, and he wasn't specifically speaking about the mistletoe, but he says, "Yeah, I'm going to Cuba, to my homeland, for the holidays," and I said, "Oh, good. Are you going to take your wife with you?" Just as a joke. And he was like really serious. He's like, "She has to go. She's like, ever since the many years ago I said those two magic words, I do." And then it's never been the same. And I said, "Man, I admire you, because the only thing I was ever able to manage was maybe."
maybe we'll talk about
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I've never been the same since I was born.
well, I think
That took a while for
it's
you.
a really hard thing. It's a really hard thing to be a musician and to be married and to travel. And most of my life I've been on the road.
Yes.
And I like being on
Hitchhiking.
the road. Yeah. Yeah, you put your thumb out, you take the chance out there on the street. So let's get some more music going. Do we have music going?
Yes. If you just joined us, we have the incomparable, the massively beautiful man.
Huh.
How's that?
Whatever, baby. Hey,
Mr. Rob Mullins.
I want
And,
to for sure be that I get this on the air.
And
This version, so yeah, Winter Wonderland. Let's check that out.
talking about his rendition, doing a rendition and a remake of Ribbon in the Sky. Congratulations,
With
Rob.
Stevie Wonder, yeah.
With Stevie Wonder. So now you got Larry Dunn on there too.
Yeah,
you got three
Larry.
keyboardists.
Larry
Is
is
that two or
amazing.
three
It's
keyboardists?
two.
Two.
And then, but Craig T. Cooper, who was, deep in that, like when Johnny Gill came out
Yes,
and stuff.
remember Johnny Gill.
Craig T. was all up in that stuff, and he was one of the first artists that was a guitar player that I really enjoyed doing studio work with, because he was with Ronnie Laws all the way back to the 90s, and we did an album, Craig T. and Ronnie and I, all the way to the 90s.
Now I wanted to ask you, when are they going to launch this rendition of Ribbon in the Sky? And do we get a copy? Come on, don't be so
Yeah, you will.
stingy.
And actually, what Ronnie had told me over the phone is he said it would be out by the 15th of December. And like I said, I didn't have a final mix of it, but the 15th of December came and it went, and it didn't come out. So I checked back in with him, and he said Stevie's got a lot of other announcements to do right now, like the toy drive, and he's announcing a world tour. We're still making new mixes of this because it's going to be a huge promotional push. So as far as I know, they backed it up to January sometime.
And that's okay, but Ribbon in the Sky, for those who don't know, was one of the biggest, most lovable songs, and it
Ever.
was so touching.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I know with you being on it, it's going to give us some flavor.
Well, it's fun doing horn section parts, and
All the different parts.
you have such a palette now with these laptop instruments and everything. I can basically add anything that I want into there. I can do, first violin, second violin, viola, the full orchestra, timpani drums, which
So you orchestrated some
that's
of that.
that's basically my role on a
Yeah.
lot of these productions. So they come in when they have almost everything done, and then I do what they call the sweetening process to finalize it. So it works out great. I'm happy. I'm stoked. I'm going to be playing Sunday at the piano shop, and what a great time to be in Denver with the 80 degrees.
Oh, can you believe this weather?
Man,
Jesus.
I mean,
The middle of December and it's like this.
I just think it's fantastic.
Yeah, me too. Now, keep in mind, you can check out Rob Mullins, Classic Pianos, Classic Concerts, Rob and Bob Holiday Show. They always turn it out. It always sells out, so make sure. And we'll be giving away free tickets next week. Make sure to listen to the Smoothie Jazz Show.
That's right.
And that's Monday and Thursday. There's two versions of the show, and you want to make sure and
Well,
listen
the
in.
gig is this Sunday, so you have to give the tickets away this week, not next week.
Oh, it's this Sunday.
Yeah, it's this Sunday.
I knew that.
So Christmas is on Thursday, and then our show is on Sunday. Then New Year's
Oh,
is the
so
next.
we don't have time, so we got.
No, you got to start giving them out now, man. You better get on it, because the tickets are selling fast.
And that's
bro.
the thing about it is, everybody's always saying, "Do you have anything? Do you have it?" I get calls all the time. You got anything to give away?
Yeah.
I hear that all the time.
Well,
I
I
go,
like
yeah,
that.
I want to give away my dog. He just died. Come
No,
pick him
man,
up."
just keep sending Miss USA to the gigs. The funniest thing of all, man, is that people gathered around me and her at the end, and Mr. Purse holder guy, he was off to one side of her, and in some of the pictures, that's her and me, and we're like, "Hey, everybody, how it doing? We're the cool people," and then he would be on the side of the shot, like all mad, sitting there holding the purse, like scowling at me, like,
"Why are you?
I hate that guy."
I hate that guy.
I'm like, "Join the club. I don't care, man." Well, anyway, thanks, buddy,
Well,
for
thank
having me
you,
on.
Rob, for coming in.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Talking about the show this Sunday.
Yeah.
Talking about Ribbon in the Sky, Stevie Wonder.
Ribbon in the
We got
Sky.
to be the first to let you know what's coming out with Rob Mullins. And don't forget to get your tickets. Where do you get your tickets on this one?
Yeah, you can go, actually, the fastest way is just go to my website, planetmullins.com, and the top link there is a direct link to the brown paper tickets. So, they have QR codes on Facebook and all that, and if you want to do that, it's fine, but the fastest way, quickest way is just planetmullins.com, top link, you'll see the poster, click the poster, boom, get your tickets.
And that's what we did too with our app. We made it just to click a link, and you don't have to download nothing, do anything. Just click the link and click it to start.
And there you go.
And there you go. We do the same. It's like, what? We don't need all this extra, and still people don't understand.
Right.
Just click it.
Well, I mean, one of the things that makes me nuts is now with all the advertising, there's double the number of ads and all the other stuff. They'll have a link to an article, and you'll be like, "Oh, good, I want to know about this or that or the other thing." And the next thing you know, you click to it, and the first thing that pops up is it goes, "We have 30 types of cookies on our website. Do you want sugar cookies? Do you want permanent cookies? You want only the necessary cookies to visit this once? Are you going to be visiting this website in a year? How about in 5 years from now? By the way, you don't look so good. You need some professional help. We have a psychiatrist right next." And I'm just like,
all this stuff.
I don't want to know. I just want to know, is it going to snow tomorrow? I don't want all this, so the internet.
It's called clickbait.
Yeah, well, that would be your specialty, and we'll leave it there. I got to dash to the studio, my brother. Thank you so much.
That's right. Nice having you, Rob. For all of those.
Bye, everybody.